Hi again, welcome to my third video on learning Japanese through translating trading cards. So as always, I've got the card we're going to translate on the left and the text on the right. So let's give this card a go, starting with the name. So the name of this card, Kibou no Minamoto, Giada. Kibou no Minamoto. Minamoto Giada. Kibou is hope, and the kanji that comprise that word both contain that meaning. So first we have kibou no ki. So ki has this meaning of hope, but it also has this meaning of scarcity or rarity. You may have heard of the Japanese word mare, which is something that is rare. The second kanji, kibou no bo, this kanji is often seen in the verb nozomu. So, nozomu. Which is to desire something, to want something, to wish for something. So, kibou is a word that means hope, or a wish, or a desire. Kibou no minamoto. So this kanji, minamoto, here, means the source of something. It's where something originates from. So kibou no minamoto is the origin of hope, or the source of hope, the root of hope. And after that, Giada. Giada is the name of this character appearing in the card. So if we were to translate this first line, we might say Giada. Source of hope. Okay, so moving on to the next line. This is where the card types are spelled out. So to start with, we have densetsu no creature. Densetsu no creature. So densetsu is a legend. In this case, densetsu no creature is a creature of legend, or a legendary creature. In addition to being a legendary creature, they are also a tenshi. Tenshi. You may have heard of tenshi before. Tenshi is angel. As usual, these type lines are fairly simple, so we can write those out straightforwardly. Say legendary creature, angel. Okay, let's have a check of the English. So Giada, font of hope. We have Giada, source of hope. That's perfectly fine. And legendary creature, angel. Legendary creature, angel. The types always permit a more literal translation to the names. Okay, so on the next line, we have some abilities or things that this creature can do. So the first is hiko. So you may have heard of hikoki, which is an aeroplane. This is just that first bit without the ki on the end of it. So for example, so this makes the translation fairly intuitive. We see that part's omitted. Ki, machine. This is flying. Hiko is fly. So this creature, Kibo no Minamoto Giada, has flying. The second one, Keikai. So Keikai is to be cautious, being ready for something to happen in a way. Perhaps the best way of saying it would be vigilant. And that's what we'll go with here. So we'll go with flying, hiko, and vigilant, keikai. Flight, and vigilance. So moving on, now we have the main bulk of the text. So all this section here is one part, and then we have a further small part. So starting with the top bit, we'll read it through first. あなたがコントロールしていて、これでないすべての天使は、あなたがすでにコントロールしている天使1体につき、1個のプラス1プラス1カウンターが追加で置かれた状態で戦場に出る。So let's break that down. Add the readings first. 1体、対、1個、追加、置かれた、状態、戦場、出る。So, going piecewise here. あなたがコントロールしていて、これでないすべての天使。あなたがコントロールしていて、これでないすべての天使は、So, あなたが is you. コントロールしていて、コントロールしている。What you are controlling. So, あなたがコントロールしていて、これでない。Not this. これでない。これ is this card, or this creature. これでない。Not this. This is controlling. すべて all. Tenshi. We're seeing tenshi is angel. So, あなたがコントロールしていて、これでないすべての天使は。So, all angels, apart from this one that you control, or all angels that you control, apart from this one, all angels you control, apart from this one. Okay, so the next line, and then we'll try and relate these two together. あなたがすでに so あなたが is you, the controller. すでに is already. Control している we've seen this is controlling. コントロールしている天使一体。コントロールしている天使一体につき。So, each angel, or each angel that you control, コントロールしている天使一体につき。So this につき is for each, and 一体 is a counter for creatures in this case. So for each single creature, for each single angel creature that you control, コントロールしている天使一体につき。So how can we say this? Each angel you control, each angel you already control, each angel you already control. Just add a little break there just to separate these out. 1個のプラス1プラス1カウンターが追加で置かれた状態で戦場に出る。So, 1個のプラス1プラス1カウンター。1個 is a single thing, this thing being the 1-1 counter. That's this. This is a +1+1 counter. So a single +1+1 counter が追加で、additionally, 置かれた So the verb 置く is to put or place something. 置かれた is the passive form of that. So this is to be placed. 置かれた状態 So 状態 is a state. You may look at something, what state is it in? It has some properties and you can use those properties to describe what the state is. So in this case, the state relates to this +1+1 counter. So let's just remind ourselves, 1個のプラス1プラス1カウンターが追加で置かれた状態で戦場に出る。Additional 追加で置かれた状態。To be placed, the state of having been placed. 置かれた状態で戦場に出る。So this last bit is simple. 戦場に出る. 戦場 is a battlefield. So this kanji here, which is to fight. And the second kanji, the reading as the reading jo in this case is basho no ba. Basho, which is place. So this is to fight. This is a place. 戦場に出る. So we've got a lot of literal translations for this sentence that we need to put together to make it a bit more coherent. So this first line, あなたがコントロールしていてこれでないすべての天使は all other angels that you control, all angels that you control except for this one, あなたがすでにコントロールしている天使一体につき for each angel you already control 1個のプラス1プラス1カウンターが追加で置かれた状態で戦場に出る enters the battlefield with an additional 1 counter for each angel that you control. You could say other angels you control enter the battlefield with an extra +1 +1 counter for each angel you control. Okay. So the next part is the activated ability of this creature. So this says, this sort of arrow symbol means to tap the card. So このカードをタップする W, that's the symbol for white mana. There's this symbol here. Is white mana. So in Japanese that is shiro mana. So このカードをタップする白マナを加える So 加える is to add. So in this game we talk about things like a mana pool. This is where you store your mana to cast spells. So if you imagine adding to this pool, this is where this idea of addition comes into it. So 加える is natural here. This first bit is, we'll just do some shorthand here. We'll say tap and add white mana. So the next bit. このマナーは天使呪文を唱えるためにしか支払えない。このマナーは天使呪文。So, 天使呪文. We've seen 天使, and in a previous video we've seen 呪文, which is a spell. So this means an angel spell. Any creatures that are angels will be classed as an angel spell. So, このマナーは天使呪文を唱えるために. So this is like for the purpose of casting angel spells. このマナーは天使呪文を唱えるために. We also saw 唱える in a previous video. That's to cast. ために indicates purpose. しか支払えない. So this is a typical grammar form. しか and ない. So when these two come together, that means you may only do that thing. There's a little bit extra in here. The dictionary form of this verb is 支払う, which is this. So 支払う, which is 支払う. 支払う means to pay for something. But we haven't quite got the dictionary form here. We have the potential form of the verb. This is where the ending is 支払える is to be able to pay for something. So しか支払えない which is only able to pay. So bring this together. このマナーは天使呪文を唱えるためにしか支払えない。This mana can only be spent to cast angel spells. Okay, and I think that completes it. Quite a lot in this one when we go through each part. Let's have a reveal of the English. Okay. So, flying and vigilance. 飛行, 警戒. I think we had those. Now, each other angel you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. We had other angels you control enter the battlefield with an extra 1/1 counter for each angel you control. Yeah, that looks good. I think the meaning is the same. Sentence order's a bit different, but that's totally fine. Once we have the meaning, we can refine it down further and perfect as much as we like. The second part is add white mana. Spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. So we had add white mana. That part's simple. This mana can only be spent to cast angel spells. Again, the meaning exactly the same, just written slightly differently. There is this bit of flavor text at the end. Now she is New Capenna's greatest hope. It also has a Japanese version there. That might be nice to take a look at. So, once again, I hope this was a useful video. Thanks for watching.